Yeah, I found it. What I was trying to get to a moment ago was the anxiety thing, because that's such a big deal, and
Big time.
I would assume people who would be attracted to this podcast would have anxiety because everyone has to a certain level, right?
Yes,
Especially
man.
today, man. It's an epidemic, and you said that anxiety doesn't live in the present; it lives in the future or the past. And I was talking to a buddy of mine about anxiety and particularly about worrying, which is anxiety.
Sure, a lot of it.
Right. And it was just like all of that work and all of that mental energy, goes into trying to engineer or think about things that are not real and certainly could never happen. So it's just a big waste of time. Ultimately, that's a big generalization, obviously. But
or even if it could happen, there's no real use on worrying about it now. Just doing what you need to do so that it doesn't happen.
that's right. I told this person to focus on the actions that they can actually control, because the outcome in that case for him, the outcome you can't control outcomes a lot of the time. We can, as business people, we can have great plans and we can put those plans into work, but you can't control the outcome.
That's right.
You can't control cancer. You can't control deaths in the family. You can't control mental illness. Sometimes, sometimes that stuff will hit you and you can't control it.
Yeah.
And worrying about those things or trying to determine the outcome in the future is kind of difficult. And I have some difficulty sometimes because when you set goals, and this would be good for you, when you set goals, you set some boundary, something out in the future that you want to see happen. But a lot of the times when we're setting goals and putting those actions into place, we can't control what happens there. So how do you get to the point where, yes, you have goals, but at the same time, you need to be okay with whatever that result is and just focus on the action, because goal setting is a big part of coaching.
Life is one big head game.